A few years ago, I needed to get away from everything, so I rented an old farmhouse way out in rural Kentucky. It was a kind of place that seemed forgotten by time quiet, cheap, and completely surrounded by woods. My landlord, a real salt-of-earth type, just said it was old but solid. He conveniently forgot to mention the crawl space. On my very first night, as I was settling in, I heard it, a faint, rhythmic tapping coming from directly under the living room floor. Just old pipes, Prometta told myself. Or mobby mice. Nothing to worry about. But the next night, it wasn't just tapping. It was knocking. 3 slow, deliberate knocks, like someone was trying to get my attention. Annoyed, I stomped on the floor and yelled, "Hey, cut it out. Silence. Silence." Then a voice, so faint I thought I imagined it, whispered from beneath me, "You heard me." My blood ran cold. I spent the rest of that night with every single light on, my ears straining for any sound. The house was dead quiet until around 2 a.m. The knocks returned, but this time they were louder, more and they were moving. It sounded like they were traveling across the floor, straight toward the chair where I sat frozen. Then the whisper came again, chillingly clear this time. "Don't look under here." The next morning, I called my landlord. He just laughed it off. He said the last tenant was a bit eccentric and had claimed to hear voices under the house before packing up and leaving in the middle of the month. He made it sound like a joke, but I wasn't laughing. Primera vez, tú no. I found the crawl space access in the back of the pantry, a square of half-rotted wood that had been crudely nailed shut. I grabbed a crowbar and pried it open. A wave of cold, musty air washed over me, smelling of damp earth and rust. I switched on my flashlight and pointed it into the darkness. The beam landed on something that made my stomach drop. It was a handprint, pressed into the underside of the floorboards above. Not painted on, but pushed out from the inside. Against my better judgment, my voice shaking, I called out, "Hello." A voice answered immediately, and it wasn't mine. Finally, it rasped, "You found me." At that exact moment, the floorboards above me creaked to my own footsteps from when I'd been in the living room, were being perfectly mimicked from below. My flashlight flickered, and the whisper twisted into a wet, gasping laugh that sounded far too close. I scrambled backward, slammed the crawlspace door shut, and hammered the nails back in with a rock, but it was too late. That night, the knocking started again, only this time. It wasn't just in the living room. It was under the kitchen, in the hallway. And then, right beneath my bed, the voice was clearer than ever. "You shouldn't have opened it." I was gone by sunrise. I didn't even pack. Just left everything and drove. I live in a city apartment now, floors and floors above the ground. But sometimes, when it's late and the world goes quiet, I still hear it. 3 slow knocks from under my floor, followed by that same patient whisper. "Don't look under here." Thanks for listening to my story. If you have any of your own you'd like to share, drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more chilling tales. Stay safe out there.